be criminals, frankly. They were born to be criminals, frankly.
This is one of the most dangerous and, quite honestly, gross things I've heard a president of the United States say. You're going to hear Donald Trump, the president of the United States, set the stage for a broader deployment of federal troops in cities like Chicago and Baltimore this time, and he does so not by describing the act of criminal conduct, but the people who live in this city. This is what he has to say.
In 10 years, in 20 years, in 2 years, they're going to be criminals. They were born to be criminals, frankly. They were born to be criminals.
That statement is beyond reproachable. The president is talking about cities with majority-minority populations as places where people who are born to be criminals live. I don't think I need to explain the racial implications of a statement like that. By saying that people are born to be criminal, Trump is also saying that crime is a trait that defines people at birth. This clearly echoes the rhetoric that was heard in the 1930s in Germany, and it's a dangerous rhetoric because it eventually allows the government to justify things like preventive incarceration and confinement of specific groups. Trump is also telling children, you might be born a criminal, so forget about the American dream, forget about the fact that anything is possible in this country and that you control your own destiny. The government might brand you as a criminal, so you might as well stop trying. Is that really the message we want the White House to send to America? This what you voted for? A country where incarceration isn't about rehabilitating or reintegrating, it's only about punishment and isolation. A country where the guarantees of equal protection under the law are completely raised because, guess what, the president just branded you a born criminal. This is the message coming out of the president's mouth today, a message that denies human dignity or the ability to improve and grow. This is the foundation for discriminatory policies, for a justice system that doesn't have to be just, but only punish. It goes against every core value of justice and fairness and equal opportunity that should be at the root of our country. And once again, it makes me a little less proud to be part of this America.
This is Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contempted the rod of my son as every tree. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are the apostles and elders of Yasharallah. Peace and salutations to the Bayaf Dawadat, the house of David of elect. Now you see in that video, which is Trump, we believe him to be Neo reincarnated. Alright, you see how he was speaking, right? Because everything is always reincarnated. Everything always is nothing new coming back around under the sun. So the same thing that happened before under Neo is going to happen again to you so-called black expensive Americans. Again, now as you see in that video, he was talking about you Israelites. This is how Edomites, which is so-called white people, think of you. Alright? And who's been telling you this for years? Alright? The Israelites. Start with the apostle that was a Great Millstone. Alright? But really that one West. All of us tell you that, man. That the so-called white man, which the biblical nationality is Esau, Edom, they're the devil that the Bible speaks about. And they hate you. You see, that horn is showing, man. Right? They were made to be your whipping stick for you Jakes. Now this is a sign to show you that Jacob's trouble is getting ready to pop off. That sword is being sharpened. Okay? They go into all the major minority cities. For what? To put you Jakes in order. Let me get this real quick. And I want to get some information. I'm not going to make this video long. This is Jeremiah 30:5. It says, for thus saith the Lord. First and foremost, when you see the Lord in all capitals, that's the name of our Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh. Yah means he. Hawa means is, to be, or exists. So he is, he to be, or he exists. And his only begotten Son, his name is Yahweh Shai. Yah means he. Hawa Shai means salvation, savior, deliverer. So it says, for thus saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, We have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Now, who's doing that? It's the prophets of the Lord, the true prophets of the Lord warning you people. We're not telling you people smooth things. We're breaking down to you exactly what the Bible's saying. And the Bible's saying that there's a trouble that has never been seen before coming for you so-called black expansive Americans. Now, we get it. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. This is what Jeremiah is seeing in the future. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, because a major famine is coming to America. The northern tribe, all right, in the immigration situation, most of our people are helping the farmers, they're helping. We're doing the hard labor. So if you're taking our people out from doing the hard labor, these Edomites ain't gonna do it. There's gonna be a major famine. Now, mind you, this is all by plan. This is not a coincidence. This is not just. This is all by design. All right. It says, ask ye now and see whether man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with the hands in his loins, as the woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. Because people don't know no future. There is no help. There's not going to be no 911. You're not going to have the government to go into your stores, all right, and give you food. Now even before that, there's going to be something called, right now we're in inflation. Once hyperinflation hits, all hell's going to break loose. And what does hyperinflation mean? A loaf of bread costing $150, milk costing $50, eggs costing $60, all right? Meat costing $500. Yeah, hyperinflation. Because all these countries are doing away with the American dollar and joining BRICS. See, everything is by design to bring in this RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. But it's going to start off against you, Jason. When this new world order kicks off, they coming after you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And they're placing their chess pieces in these cities, so when it pops off, you niggas ain't gonna know what to do. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand in his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, and alas means woe, death, destruction. For that day is great. What day? Jacob's trouble. The day when they make their moves against you so-called black Spanish Americans. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And the only ones that's going to be saved out of what Esau, Edom, is getting ready to do to the Israelites, and I mean the so-called black Spanish Americans, is only going to be the elect that's going to be making out of it, because the Lord's going to deliver them. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And it reads, and at that time shall Michael, Mayaka Allah in the Paleo Hebrew, he who was like the Most High. This is how bad it's going to get. The Lord's going to have to send down Archangel Michael to come deliver the elect. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. There should be a time of trouble. And you see it here in the video. You see the hatred out of these Edomites' mouth. And all these people feel that, I'm talking about Esau, Edom, all of them feel the same about the way Trump speaks, man. That's why they love him so much. Make America great again. You see that the hate of these so-called white people is starting to protrude out. All right, all you people are talking about, oh, God loves everybody and not all white people are bad and all this and that. Y'all about to see the true colors of these Edomites, man. And you can't say you haven't been warned, because we've been warning you people, man, over and over and over and over again. So when this goes down, none of you people can say to the Lord you haven't been warned. All right? The so-called white man, woman, and child are the devil that the Bible speaks about. It says, and there should be a time of trouble. That's we coming with. I'm talking about they coming all out. Why are they gonna be all? Why are they going all out? Why is this gonna be worse than any time ever? I'm gonna get the scriptures, such as never since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. You see, only the elect is gonna make it. Now I'm gonna show you why they coming down like this, man. Why they getting ready to go buck wild crazy. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, woe is just like a last destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, Esau Edom, is come down unto you having great wrath. They're going to be like madmen, sparing none, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. They know their time is up. They know that the Yahweh, Abanawa Yahweh, is going to send his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, to deliver the elect. And Yahweh Shai is coming over to take the kingdom. Yahweh Shai is coming over to destroy you Edomites. So how much more, all right? And they also know, okay, about that spiritual power. And I believe they trying to get us before that spiritual power kicks in, but that's going to cause the spiritual power to kick in. All right. Now, check this out. Read some more scriptures. Oh, hold on. Read it again. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time. Let's get 2nd Ezra real quick. So that great wrath is coming. All right, that great wrath is coming. This is 2nd Ezra 16. Check this out. It says, for behold, the burning wrath, ice. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude. You got the ice, then you got the military here. All right. This is that burning wrath. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you. Concentration camps. This is where they're leading people to, and I'm going to get some information real quick after I read this. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And that's talking about that RFID chip. When you go into these concentration camps, you're going to have two options. Take the chip or not take the chip. They're going to have two separate lines. They're going to have the line for those that's going to take the chip, right? And then they're going to have the line for those that don't want to take the chip. And the ones that don't want to take the chip, you'll be going to a separate room with a smart guillotines. Smart guillotines made by Chanel and other companies. And they're just going to be cutting our heads off. That it might be me, who knows? Long as I'm of the elect. But this is prophecy. All right, now let me get some information real quick. This is Wikipedia. This is Rex 84. Rex 84B, short for Readiness Exercise 1984 Bravo, was a classified scenario and drill by the United States federal government to detain large numbers of United States residents deemed to be national security threats. Understand what's going on right now with ICE. This is coming into play. This is in play right now. This has been activated. It says national security threats in the event that the president declared a national emergency. This is why we have the troops and the National Guards here and ICE all around. The scenario envisions states defense force rounding up to 500,000 undocumented Central American residents. Do you understand that this is in play right now? It says, and 4,000 American citizens. Didn't Trump put into play where now American citizens can be deported? 4,000 American citizens whom the U.S. Attorney General has designated as a national security threat. Then they got something called Plantier, if I'm saying it right, which is pre-crime. This is that sword that's being sharpened and furbished, which is Esau Edom, the hammer of the earth. U.S. Attorney General has designated. Let me go up a little bit. It says the scenario envisions state defense forces rounding up to 500,000 undocumented Central American residents and 4,000 American citizens whom the U.S. Attorney General had designated as a national security threats. That's the tribes. As part of a secret continuity of government program, these people would be detained in concentrate. Oh, excuse me, I'm speaking too fast. These people will be detained at 22 military bases and concentration camps run by FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency. You would think I'm making this thing up. This is happening as we speak. Jacob's trouble is already actually happening. It ain't coming full force. The pieces are being set. So Jacob's trouble is basically about to pop off. That's why I started off with that scripture. A sword is being furbished and sharpened. Check this out. King Alfred plan. They got something for the northern tribe, the southern tribe. Come on, man. And we warning you people. Only the elect is going to see. Only the elect is going to be delivered. We're not here for all of Israel. Check this out. This is the King Alfred plan. It's a fictional, and that's bullshit, CIA-led scheme supporting an international effort to eliminate people of African descent. You heard what Trump just said. They're born criminals. All right, this is how these Edomites think. Invented by author John A. Williams in his novel, The Man Who Cried I Am. Williams described it as a government plan to deal with the threat of a black uprising in the United States. And this is what they're preparing for. By cordoning off black people into what? Concentration camps. See, the northern tribe, they want to put in concentration camps, and the southern tribe, they want to put in concentration camps. That's why, listen, man, you Israelites are going to see a time that have never been seen before, but when this thing goes down, you Israelites are going to know who the devil is that the Bible was speaking about, and that prophets were among you. It says, threat of a black uprising in the United States by cordoning off black people into concentration camps in the event of a major racial incident. And all these things are in play as we speak right now. All right? Back to the scriptures. It says, this is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 69. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Meaning, if you take that chip, they wonder, what do you think they're gonna do when they put our people into concentration camps? Like I said before, it's gonna be two lines. Ones that could get chipped and you go back in the population, all right, or go back in the concentration camp and serve as a serf and a slave. And the ones that don't, you're gonna head to the room with the smart guillotines and get your head chopped off. You're better off getting your head chopped off, all right, than to take that chip and to be a serf for these damn Edomites. All right, the Lord has made it easy for us, man. The Lord actually made it easy for us. The fact that Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai exists, is nothing to hold on here anymore, man. 69, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden the foot. How you can be had in derision? Because you're dealing with the devil. All right? For there should be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. I just read you Rex 84 in the King Alfred plan. This is what they're going to do. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. When they cast you out of houses, where do you think you're going? They're going to be putting you in vans, military vans, and dragging you to concentration camps. And it's going to be a great culling. All right? And they want free labor back again. You're going to be chipped doing free labor. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they should be tried as gold in the fire. How is it then shall they be known who the Lord's chosen? Because I believe that's when the Lord's going to activate that spiritual power to the 144,000. That's what I truly believe, to the elect, to the men, the prophets, and highways and byways. I believe most of us are going to receive spiritual power. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. And this is me. That was me speaking as a man. I believe most of the 144,000 are going to receive spiritual power from Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand. What trouble is that? Jacob's trouble. But I will deliver you from the same. How's the Lord going to deliver us from the same? Check this out. This is Joshua 23:10. It says, 1 man of you shall chase 1,000, for Yahweh, your power, Salakia, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, your power, he it is that fighteth for you, as he hath promised you. The Lord is going to fight for us. This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. And it reads, Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them, and thou shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as the thing of naught. For I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, same thing in Joshua 23, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, for I will help thee, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new, sharp, threshing instrument, having teeth. The Lord is going to turn us into spiritual weapons. Spiritual weapons. We're going to be turned into weapons. Superman, Dragon Ball Z, Invincible, Brightburn. Something that nobody's ever seen before. And you people gonna know that Yahweh Yahweh Shai exists. And we're gonna be heralding Yahweh Yahweh Shai's name. Behold, I will make thee a new. That's the key word. New. Something nobody on this earth ever seen. Power beyond these people's imaginations. Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, these governments, and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away. We're going to be a destructive force. We're going to be an indestructible force. And the whirlwind shall scatter them. And we're going to have the chariots with us, what you people call UFOs. The chariots are going to be like whirlwinds. They're not here to hold hands. They're not here to be to have peace. They're here to deliver the elect and judge the wicked. And the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt in what? And thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. We're going to be saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, the Wadi Yahweh, the Wadi Yahweh Shai. That's what that's talking about. You see? Isaiah 59 and 19. And this is what I believe they're setting up. This is why they got super soldiers, Terminators, AIs. This is Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, like madmen sparing none, you see? The spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall lift up a standard against him. That standard is talking about spiritual power. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, Yahushai, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, meaning he's going to come and deliver the elect. You see? All right, so with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Grand Millstone, who are the apostles and elders of Resharella. Peace and salutations to the Bayath Dawadah, the house of David, the hopeful elect. So till next time, Shalom.